What is up, ladies and G-word? How to befriend anyone and be magnetic as fuck. This one is a little bit more manipulative. I have videos on how to make genuine friends. How to make genuine friends is actually just showing up as your authentic self and being a good villager. What does it mean to be a good villager? There was this TikTok I watched and it said, we don't have community anymore. Remember back in the day, before social media, before people were afraid to ask for things and not be too sensitive, you know, you need an egg, you go to your neighbor. Your neighbor probably picked you up from school many times. Now it doesn't happen. There is a lack of community, so we should focus on being a good villager and building this village, this community, which means going out of your way to do things for your friends, like offering, can I pick you up from the airport, blah blah blah. That's how you make genuine friends. But this one is actually about how to make friends with someone in a more manipulative way, like you need them to be your friend. Number one is you need to treat them like a main character. Everybody wants to feel seen and they want to feel understood. If you give someone your full attention, you treat them like they are the most fascinating person you've ever met, they're addicted to you, they love you, you make them feel good. Simply mastering the art of listening to someone is going to be enough. So many people, they feel like they are unheard. Mirroring someone, we just talked about it in the dark manipulation video. If you mirror someone, it creates subconscious rapport that they should feel safe with you. You can match their tone, you can match their posture, their pace, and it builds this instant unconscious trust with them. Saying their name a lot, our name is the most beautiful thing to us. Don't do it too much, it might become cringy. We all know that man that's always saying our name, Simone. Simone, is that right, Simone? Shh, shut up. Be calm but not overly eager, because people sense when you're not being authentic and when you are desperate. And it's unattractive. It makes us feel like we're suffocating, we're being crowded in, and we need to breathe. If you give someone space and you're calm, you can allow them to chase you a little bit as well. Okay, drop strategic vulnerability. If you're vulnerable all the time or you're constantly trauma dumping, that's very heavy for someone and it might push them away. If you're opening up at a time when they are also opening up, it's just going to build rapport. Always compliment and give compliments behind someone's back. You seem like you're so powerful, you seem like you're so grounded, especially if you know that they are the opposite of this. Someone might have insecurities that they are ugly. You are so beautiful. Someone might have insecurity that they are too crazy. You seem like a very grounded and stable person. And they will become addicted to how you perceive them in your eyes. And actually, this is a really good technique that's not too manipulative, but you can use it with anyone. For example, my friend, I'm very on time. So we were going to a beach club and she said to me, let's leave by 10 a.m. sharp, and she says, I know you'll be on time anyways. It can be a manipulation tactic if someone's using it in that way. I know her, so I know she's not, but it makes you want to be on time when she said that, because she already made that assumption, I know you will be anyway, because you're always on time. So, you know, when it comes to relationships and we're constantly nagging at our partner, you never do this, you never do that, it reinforces that. It makes them feel bad. They'll be like, yeah, I'm not gonna do it. You might be like, honey, take the bins out, but I know you'll do it anyway because you always do it. You're just such a great person. Yeah, gentle parenting, it works. Guys, if you have anxiety making friends, or even anxiety in general at the moment, because springtime is coming, and actually spring is when people start to feel the most anxiety, maybe you should consider getting some help. I had social anxiety back in the day, and how I got over it was through exposure therapy, getting over my fear of being seen and having someone to help support me along the way. Anxiety often peaks in the late springtime, and my paid partner, BetterHelp, can connect you with a therapist who can provide support. The majority of BetterHelp members seek support for anxiety, and 69% of members report improved anxiety symptoms after only 6 weeks of working with a BetterHelp therapist. It's super easy to start. All you need to do is fill out a questionnaire, and then they'll connect you with a credentialed therapist as soon as possible. And if you don't like your therapist, it is free of charge to change. I always say therapy is like dating. It's a myth that your first therapist will be amazing. You're pouring your heart, your soul, trauma, dumping everything onto this person. You need to make sure it's right. You need to feel that connection with the therapist. So if you need to change, it's free. and it's very easy to change. BetterHelp carefully makes sure their therapists are well qualified, and their customer support team is there to help you with whatever you need at any time. So with over 7,000 reviews and a 4.3 star rating on Trustpilot, BetterHelp is a platform that you can trust. So go to my link right here, betterhelp.com/Simone to get 10% off your first month of therapy with BetterHelp. And let's get your anxiety under control so you can go out and make friends and you can live the best possible life. Okay, you can make someone feel like they're the chosen one. I don't say this to everyone, but you're really rare. And you can use anchoring words like, you give off such protector energy, I feel so safe around you, blah blah blah. It's all about creating positive identity associations. You're also going to seem very magnetic and charismatic if someone's trying to do a power play around you, especially a man, and you kind of don't react. You just stay still, you smile. Find a mutual shared enemy, someone you both hate. Remember in high school when you both hate that girl, you both hate that guy, you both hate that teacher, you start to bitch about them? You're like instantly best friends. You both find that same guy hot, instant best friends. To become a great friend, it really is about becoming a villager. And something I've kind of realized personally in Dubai, you know, I moved here last year and I had to spend so much time making new friends, like almost like it was a full-time job for me. And it becomes impossible where you're meeting so many people that you cannot give all of your attention to all of them spread out. It becomes really difficult to be a villager if you know so many people and you're not actually having the time to foster these relationships. So I kind of made it one of my goals this year to narrow down my friendship circle, where I'm giving more time to just the people who really matter to me. And that's key, because people know, they can tell if you're just keeping them around or keeping them on the outskirts, especially if they want to become a closer friend to you. You're just gonna make them feel bad. So it's a two-way street. Friendship is a two-way street. And if you're just trying to help someone or be a really good friend to them and they are not reciprocating, then they've got to go. They can just become an acquaintance now. I know people will ask me, how do you make friends? Guys, people always want new friends, okay? And if they don't, it's not your loss. You want to be friends with people who want friends. Go on Bumble Friends. Use social media, reach out to people, use TikTok. I've made friends literally just by commenting on people's TikToks. I'll be like, I fuck with your vibe. Do you want to meet up? Even as a YouTuber, I think like 90% of my friends have come from YouTube because I'm very open in my DMs. Being a good friend is also about being generous with your time, not just your resources, but your time. And it's true that it's something that's quite scarce nowadays. And it's about giving love. So one of my really good friends, she is one of the most loving people I know. And when I was around her and I see her with her other friends, because she really has a village, I'm like, it makes so much sense why you have such amazing friends, and why I'm also a different type of friend towards her than I am to some of my other friends. Is because she pours so much love into her friendships. All the love you might not have gotten in childhood, she will pour that into you. She makes all of her friends feel like they are the only friend in the world. I don't think she does this in a manipulative way. I think it's genuinely just who she is. It's like she is the very essence of love, and she will always be there for you. Sometimes she doesn't show up completely because she has her own like mental issues, but you know she loves you. And love is key here. Like showing genuine love to your friends. People are deprived of love, but don't be afraid to ever make the first move in a friendship. If people think you're weird, it's like, who cares? If you are able to always show up as your authentic self, guys, you will attract the right people to you. If you're not authentic, you're gonna attract the wrong people, and it's just gonna be weird and uncomfortable, and you're gonna feel like you're not seen and understood. Try to practice non-judgment as well. With love comes acceptance and non-judgment. You can disagree with something somebody does, but if you hold judgment, they're going to feel it. You need to understand that everyone is so different. Everyone has such a different backstory. Just because they did something you wouldn't do, it doesn't make them a bad person. You don't need to just cut them out. I know people love to cut people out right now. Like I don't know if it's a trend. It's mainly just the content online. Like someone does something wrong, cut them out. Babe, you cut off your friend after one mistake when you have given that man like a million chances. People make mistakes, and I think the level of friendship you get to is directly correlated with the love you give, the love you're capable of receiving, and also how vulnerable you allow yourself to be. Because I notice even in my own relationships, the friendships that are the strongest are the ones where we're vulnerable and there's no judgment. The friendships that I am not so deeply involved in are the ones where I know they don't really care. I can't be vulnerable with them because there would just be judgment, and they do not pour love in like I pour love in. So it's just, you know, we're not doing anything. Friendships are also not equal. Like sometimes someone's giving 70, someone's giving 30. It changes all the time. If you expect something out of it, you're already doing it wrong.